Hello all, I am Ranjesh Lalasar, a lecturer on contract, Department of Archaeology, University of Kerala. Today we shall discuss the significance of various branches of archaeology as sources of information, especially paleography, epigraphy and numismatics. First of all, we are going to discuss about paleography. As you all know, paleography is the study of ancient writing. The term is derived from the Greek words paleos means old and graphenes mean to write. The view that the art of writing in India developed gradually, as in the other areas of the world, by going through different stages of pictographic, ideographic, and transitional phases of the phonetic script. First of all, we are going to discuss about paleography. As you all know, paleography is the study of as you all know that paleography and another subject stream epigraphy, which we are going to discuss it was written or what is the script and how the script has been formed. The old As we know that the oldest undeciphered script in the Indian subcontinent is Harappan script, but the oldest deciphered script is Brahmi. That was found from all over the North India and some part of the South India too. In the North India, the Brahmi script was extended over a vast area and which first appeared in the edicts of Ashoka, the great king, in the 3rd century BC. Besides Brahmi, Ashokan edicts are found in Kharoshthi, Aramic, and Greek scripts. So, we all know that paleography was basically the study of scripts and languages, and we are going to briefly discuss about the list of ancient Indian scripts that was deciphered from the Indian subcontinent. First of all, Indus script. It refers to the script used by the people belonging to the Indus Valley civilization. It has not been deciphered yet, as you all know that. Some people have argued that this script was the predecessor of Brahmi script. That means some scholars and paleographists have been arguing and put forwarding the theory that Brahmi script was originally derived from Indus script. It was not yet confirmed yet actually. This script is an example of Boustrophedon style, as in one line it is written from the left to right, while in others it is written from right to left. That means starting from the lines, the script has been starting from the writing was starting from the left side of the page that was going to the right, and then it was written not to the left side but again continuing from the right side to the left, and then it is goes on. That style of writing is called Boustrophedon style of writing. As I mentioned earlier, Brahmi script was the oldest deciphered script from the Indian subcontinent, and second script we are going to discuss is Brahmi script. Brahmi is the originator of most of the present Indian scripts, including Devanagari, Bengali, Tamil, and Malayalam, etc. It developed into two broad systems in northern and southern India. That means it was practiced in the North India as well as in the South India also. In the northern one being more angular and the southern one being more circular. That was the style of the script was discussed here. It was deciphered in the year 1837 by James Prinsep. Its best examples are found in the rock cut edicts of Ashoka. The third script is Kharoshti script. It is the sister script and contemporary of Brahmi. It was written from right to left. It was not bust or on. It was used in the Gandhara culture of northwestern India and is sometimes also called the Gandhari script. Its inscriptions have been found in the form of Buddhist texts from the present day Afghanistan and Pakistan. The fourth is Gupta script. It is also known as the late Brahmi script. It was used for the writing of Sanskrit in the Gupta period. It gave rise to the scripts called Nagari, Sharada, and Siddham script, which in turn gave rise to the most important scripts of India, such as Devanagari, Bengali, etc. The fifth script we are going to discuss is Sharada script. It was a western variant of the Gupta script. It evolved into Kashmiri and Gurumukhi, that is the now written script of Punjabi. It was also used for writing Sanskrit. It is now rarely used. The sixth is Nagari script. It was an eastern variant of the Gupta script. It is an early form of the Devanagari script and it branched off into many other scripts such as Devanagari, Bengali, and Tibetan, etc. It was used to write both Prakrit and Sanskrit. The seventh one is Devanagari script. It is the main script at present to write standard Hindi, Marathi, and Nepali, as well as Santali, Konkani, and many other Indian languages in the present day. It is also used presently to write Sanskrit and is one of the most used writing systems in the world. It is composed of Deva meaning God and Nagari meaning city, which means that it was both religious and urban or sophisticated. The eighth script was or is Kalinga script. Kalinga was one of the ancient names of Odisha or Orissa, and this script was used to write an ancient form of Odia. It is usually close to the original Brahmi. Oriya language presently used a different script which has been derived from the present Bengali script. And the ninth is Grantha script. It is one of the earliest southern scripts to originate from Brahmi. It branched off into Tamil and Malayalam scripts, which are still used to write those languages. It is also the predecessor of the Sinhala script used in Sri Lanka. A variant of Grantha called Pallava was taken by Indian merchants in Indonesia, where it led to the development of many Southeast Asian scripts. It was used in Tamil Nadu to write the Sanskrit Grantha, and hence it was named as Granthas. 10th is Vatadatha script. It was a script derived from the Brahmi and was used in the southern part of India. It was used to write Tamil and Malayalam. It removed those signs from Brahmi which were not needed for the writing of southern languages. Presently, both Tamil and Malayalam have moved on to their own Grantha derived scripts. The 11th one is Kadamba script. It is a descendant of Brahmi and marks the birth of the dedicated Kannada script. It led to the development of modern Kannada and Telugu script. It was used to write Sanskrit, Konkani, Kannada, and Marathi. The last one is, and the not least, is the Tamil script. It is the script used to write in the Tamil language in India and Sri Lanka. It evolved from Grantha, obviously, the southern form of Brahmi. It is a syllabic language and not alphabetic. It is written from left to right. And here it is given two variants of Grantha script actually. One is more ancient and on the right one is more ancient, that is the 7th century inscription at Madangapattu Hindu temple from Tamil Nadu, and the left side is the more evolved Grantha script that has been used to write Tamil script also. Now we are going to deal with epigraphy. Epigraphy, the term is derived from the classical Greek word epi means on or upon and graphein means to write or incise, and together as epigraphy means as inscription. So basically it is the study of inscription. Epigraphy is the study of writings engraved on different materials known as inscriptions or epigraphs, and in other terms it means the study of inscriptions. In Indian scenario, inscriptions have been inscribed on different materials like stones, metallic surfaces, pottery, ivory, earth, and wooden pillars. Anything that is hard, where inscriptions are inscribed. And here there is two inscriptions have been shown. On the right side, it is a copper plate inscription, and on the left side there is a stone boulder which Tamil inscription has been inscribed. It has been said earlier that the oldest available evidence of inscription or script present in the Indian subcontinent is the Harappan script. The script or the language has been undeciphered till now, and these are the two famous script showing incidents in the Harappan scenario. The right side is a long board actually, which has been copied now. It has been obtained from Tholavira in the Gujarat district, and in the left side there is a famous seal actually, in which the scripts have been inscribed on. And in this slide, a more world scenario actually. This is a Babylonian clay tablet giving a detailed description of the solar eclipse in 136 BC. The tablet is a text, a type that lists an astronomical data of predictive use for the assigned group of years. So this is a clay one actually, in which the details have been inscribed on. Again, it is discussed earlier, the oldest deciphered inscription or script from India was in the late 4th century BC, that was in the Brahmi, and also in the Kharosthi script. It includes the famous Ashokan edicts. In this picture actually, Ashokan pillar, a portion of the Ashokan pillar has been shown. It is from Lauri Nandangarh, Bihar state, India, in which the inscription has been inscribed on. So basically, epigraphy is the study of inscription, and on the basis of their content and purpose, the inscription may be classified, or the group of inscriptions may be classified into different categories. And the first one is administrative. The first set of inscriptions belonging to this type is found among the edicts of Mauryan king, the great Ashoka, and in this one actually an inscription on the stone boulder has been shown from Junagadh, Gujarat. That is one of the earliest inscriptions. It is etched on a huge boulder, and this Ashokan edict was found by James Stone, and it is one of the classic examples of administrative inscriptions from the earlier India. The second group is the eulogistic, that is inscription dealing with the eulogy or prashastis, or praising some king or other persons or some incidents, and this form the most important type of political point of view. The first specimen of pure eulogy has been found from the Hathigumba inscriptions of Kharavela and the Allahabad pillar inscriptions of Samudragupta in the Gupta dynasty. Those two inscriptions have been shown below. On the right side is the Allahabad pillar inscription, and on the left side there is two instances of Hathigumba. On the deepmost left, actually farmost left, here the cave has been shown, and where it has been written inscribed on the other side. The third type of inscription has been donative, and this is the largest number of inscriptions belonging to this type, because most of the time it was religious in nature, and most probably almost all the inscriptions has been written by the ruling dynasties. So they want to show the people that how much they donated to the public. That is how this inscriptions has been going on, and this could be the largest number of inscriptions that has been found from the earlier Indian dynasties. And below has shown Sanjay inscriptions of Chandragupta II of Gupta dynasty. The fourth one is the religious or didactic. This type includes all those inscriptions which deals with the preaching of religion or morality. So far, seals and tablets discovered from the Harappan civilizations containing abstract religious ideas, but we cannot sure that it is more often a religious or a belief system. The next set of inscriptions is of Ashoka, containing the edicts, that is Dharmalipi. The base Nagar Garuda pillar inscriptions of Heliodorus. The votive in nature contains a moral precepts in the later part. So religious, the preaching of religion or some kind of state religions has been shown by the kings and dynasties over the years, has been described as religious or didactic. And below there is two set of pictures has been shown, and on the right side it is the bilingual inscriptions by Ashoka in Greek and Aramaic, and from Kandahar, that is the present Afghanistan. And on the left side there is a Heliodorus pillar which is dedicated to the religious perspective of Vishnu or Vaishnavism. There are other types of inscriptions available from the Indian dynasty, Indian subcontinent. The other types are votive or dedicative, commemorative, and literary. Votive means it is also more of a religious purpose. That has been, it is dedicated to something, or dedicated to a person, dedicated to a deity, dedicated to something, and it is more often it is religious in nature. And then there is commemorative, that is some person has been died, or some person has or some king has been got victorious in a war or something like that. It is meant by commemorative. And then the literary purpose, that is more often a literature has been, or kavya has been written over in a stone tablet or a stone wall or a temple wall, etc. And below there is two pictures have been shown. On the left side it is the most famous Piprava inscribed vase containing the relics of Buddha. It is believed to be the relics of Buddha, and it is from Piprava. And on the right side it is the Lumbini commemorative pillar inscription, that is the Lumbini inscription of Ashoka, where Ashoka has been come at the birthplace of Buddha. For the commemoration of that visit, that pillar has been erected and an inscription has been inscribed on the pillar. Now we are going to discuss about the scope and importance of epigraphy in the subject field archaeology and history as well as. Inscriptions are a valuable source of information on political history, that we can ascertain or we can extract the political history of a king or a dynasty. Inscriptions are also endowed with great cultural significance. Inscriptions also throw light on other religious and social customs. It also gives reference to education and learning during their respective times. Inscriptions are also useful in understanding the economic life of the past. These are some of the main scope in studying and analyzing epigraphical sources to a certain extent. Now we are going to discuss about the history and development of epigraphy in India. The study of Indian inscriptions started thoroughly with the European interventions. However, a few flop attempts were made by some Muslim kings in India like Firoz Shah and Akbar to read the early inscriptions in India. In 1784 AD, the Royal Asiatic Society was founded in Calcutta by Sir William Jones to study the Indian culture. The works of the pioneers like Wilkins, Colin, Mackenzie, Colebrook, Ferguson, Babington, Dr. Mill, Dr. Stevenson, Walter Kitto, Sir Walter Elliot formed a strong basement of Indian palaeography and epigraphy as well. And in these slides, these two pictures, famous pictures. On the left side is the Asiatic Society building that has been photographed in 2013, and on the right side there is a picture of Sir William Jones, who was the founder of Asiatic Society. The golden era of Indian epigraphical research commenced early in the 1837 AD with the decipherment of Brahmi script by James Prinsep. And in this slide, on the right side there is the Brahmi script shown, and on the left side is the James Prinsep itself. He was born on 1799 and died in 1840. After the establishment of a central archaeological department, it started the publications of inscriptions along with the translations and transliterations through the epigraphical journals like Epigraphy Indica from 1892 and Corpus Inscriptionum Indicarum, etc. And below there is two pictures of great pioneers in John F. Fleet on the left side and D.C. Sarkar on the right side. John F. Fleet is one of the leading British epigraphists in colonial India, and D.C. Sarkar is a distinguished epigraphist and scholar in India. Hello all, welcome to the presentation of Numismatics. First of all, look into the term of numismatics. Numismatics is the science, or it is a subject deals with the study of coinage. As we all know, numismatics is one of the greatest and most valuable sources of ancient history. It not only confirms the data known from other sources, but sometimes also throws lights on those aspects of history for which no other evidence is available. Before the advent of numismatics, or before the age of coins, the cowrie shells was used as an instrument of payment and a symbol of wealth and power. The cowrie, originated in India, was accepted in large parts of Asia, Africa, Oceania, and in Europe. This kind of transaction continued till approximately the 6th century BC. As you all know that before the age of coins, or before the inventions of transaction of money, or before the evaluation of money, um, barter system was existed, and for the barter systems, the value cannot be ascertained. That is the most negative aspect of barter systems. And after the barter systems comes the cowrie shells, where cowrie shells were used to give as an instrument of payment and a symbol of wealth and power. As I said earlier, numismatics is one of the greatest and most valuable sources that has been in the writing of ancient history. So, what do we study in numismatics? What are the things that we ascertain from a coin if we get a coin from an ancient history site? First, we look into the types, symbols, and monograms of that coins. Is there any inscriptions? Is there any portraiture? Is there any scripts available in that coin? And we could analyze the fabric, the metrology, the metallurgy of the coins. Metrology means simply the weight of the coin, actually the weight system of the coins, how much weight that can be ascertained to a certain coin. And metallurgy is the what kind of metals that has to be used to make that coin. So these are the basic study details in numismatics, and these are the things that has been studied by the scholars to evaluate the history of a particular coin. Scope of numismatics. By studying coinage, we can have different and various scope. We can look into the scopes of numismatics. First of all, value for archaeology. Coins have come to play a very significant role in Indian archaeology. How? A coin, more than anything else, helps us to determine chronology in archaeological excavation. When its presence in a particular stratum means a layer, fix up the date of the same along with other objects found in association, and secondarily, makes it possible to fix the relative chronology of other phases of occupation. So, we can ascertain that coins have helped in dating stratigraphy evidence in Indian excavation. The second scope of numismatics is to understand the political history. The coins sometimes reveal the names of unknown kings. For example, most of the Indo-Greek kings are known from coins, otherwise we don't know the dynasty of Indo-Greek has been remained or flourished in the northwestern part of the country. And coins sometimes gives titles and dates for kings. For example, the titles of the Gupta emperors are known from their gold coins, and many of their dates are revealed by their silver coinage. But the great importance of the numismatics evidence for political history lies in the fact that it reveals or confirms important political events. The third is, by studying numismatics, we can learn about the commercial activities, the trade activities, the commercial activities that has been prevalent in the state. If we get a coin from a port from other state, we can easily assume that there has been a contact between these two states, and the trade has been flourished between these two states. The fourth point is about the state religion. Numismatics evidences furnishes valuable material for religious history. The PMC, that is the punchmark coins, and the tribal coins in the North India are a storehouse for religious symbols of ancient India. The depiction of deities and symbols on coins helps us determine the association in different cults with different regions. The Gupta gold coin testify on the one hand to the growing popularity of Bhagavatism and on the other the rapprochement of Bhagavatism and ancient Vedic religion. So we can get a glance or get a brief picture of the religious activities and religion that has been practiced by the state by studying the coinage of a particular dynasty. The fifth and foremost important one is the economic situation or economic history. Coins are essentially a subject of economics. Therefore, they throw welcome light on several aspects of economic history. How we can study about the economic activities? By merely learning about the metals, fabric, size, techniques, the motif, legends, fine sport, hoards, and all the other things that has been learned from the coinage. The other thing is the socio-cultural life that has been prevailed in the state. Coins also provide some help and study in the social history. We can learn about the royal epithets that such as Maharadiputra occurring on coins indicate the marriages involving no change in the gotra of the bride. They also gives us information about the dress, ornaments, amusements, etc. of the queens and the kings. The Gupta gold coins gives an authentic picture of the pleasure and amusements of the Gupta emperors. The other thing is we can learn about the scripts and languages by studying the coins. As a source material of history, coins stand midway between archaeological antiquities and epigraphs. That is the important thing actually. Numismatics or the study of coins has been in between archaeological evidences or archaeological antiquities and epigraphs. They are by nature antiquities, but the inscribed coins which contains an inscription and sometimes a date are not altogether devoid of the features of epigraphs. Sometimes therefore they throw welcome light on the history of scripts and languages also. The coins of the imperial Guptas, for example, conclusively prove the popularity of Sanskrit. The coins of Shatavahanas sometimes use ordinary Prakrit language and Brahmi script on one side and Dravidian Prakrit and Brahmi on the other. This kind of learning activities or analyzing the scripts and languages in the coins gives important information about the evolution of scripts and languages throughout the country. The last one is the study about art and iconography. Coinage are a great help in the study of art and iconography. The coins of Kushanas are the earliest coins showing Shiva in human form. This therefore helps us in the study of Shaiva iconography. So we can learn about Shaiva iconography by getting a great information from the Kushana coins itself. The coins of Guptas depict mainly Brahmana deities. So almost all the scholars who studied and learned about numismatics have said that Indian coins are an absolutely a piece of art. It gives valuable information about the various aspects of the history and archaeology.